in India, we barely ever look at leadership and study leadership from our perspective. All our leadership examples are externalized. There is so much leadership that we can learn from our spiritual traditions. I mean, think about Vivekananda. What was he if not a leader?
Correct.
Right? Think about Srila Prabhupada. At the age of nearly 70, a man pops up in America. He has no money. He has no contacts. He knows no one, right? He's already elderly. He's unwell. He's already had 2 heart attacks. He has never left the shores of his country before this. How did he, within 10 years, build a movement that created 100 temples in every continent around the world? How did he do it? It's incredible. It's an incredible story of leadership. It's a case study.
True.
It's just that we have never looked at this as a case study. I want to ask the question, which everybody should, how did they, obviously they had to raise enormous resources to make this happen. Where did the resources come from? What were the ways and means that they raised the resources? How did they deploy the resources efficiently? How did they build this entire movement using people who had no access before this to Indian culture? These were not people who knew Go Seva or love of Krishna or Bhakti or Aarti or Puja or anything. These were all young, largely white people from America, from England, from Scandinavia, from Australia, whatever, right? How did they join together and again, the man who was doing this was an elderly, short Indian man. It's not some glamorous rock music like figure at all.
Yeah.
And yet he managed to do it. How did he do it? I'll give you one example which is particularly close to my heart. When I studied leadership, right, when I was at Columbia Business School, one of the things that came up was this quite famous management theory and lesson called servant leadership. It's quite a famous theory. A lot of people know about it. It occurred to me that Gaudiya Vaishnavism has had servant leadership for hundreds of years. It is because they have this, that every Gaudiya Vaishnavite monk is called Prabhu. Because they are in service to the Lord and in service to humanity.
Okay. Yes.
It is and everything that they do is actually in service. That's their definitive principle. But we never learned service. You go to an Indian management college, they never teach you servant leadership using these examples or these case studies.
Right.
They will pick up the American professor who wrote a paper.
Yeah.
I'm not diminishing that professor. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not mocking it at all. I admire the scholarship and I respect it. But I'm saying, as an Indian, if all our examples and case studies are always from a different culture, then how will we build our culture, our civilization? I'm working on this new project on looking at pluralism, the idea of egalitarian pluralism, using Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Achintya Bhed Abhed. I'm writing one big biography of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and I'm writing this as a separate project.
Okay.
Because I think we must study this unique Indian idea of pluralism. Think about it. What is Achintya Bhed Abhed saying? It is saying that yes, of course, you are identical to God, and yet you're not God.
Yes.
Right? So you can be similar to another person. You and I, as far as our consciousness is concerned, are in fact one. And yet, in a physical form, we are also different. It is only when we understand this coming together of Bhed and Abhed that we can truly build a plural society. The great flaw of Western liberalism is that you want everybody to become uniform.
Exactly. Exactly. This anxiety over universalizing everything.
Everything has to be universal and uniform. The reason why globalization failed is because people like Tom Friedman tried to push this idea that the whole world was flat. Why was it flat? I mean, even as a student, when he wrote that book, I was a student in school. But even as a student, I felt that this is deeply problematical. We are all one because everybody is wearing blue jeans and everybody is going to McDonald's. That is the most shallow idea of becoming one that anybody has ever placed. You know, those were the days when this idea, again, Tom Friedman and others used to push that supposedly countries who both have McDonald's, it's called they even gave it a fancy name, because it's American, right? The Golden Arches Theory.
Acha.
What is the Golden Arches Theory? Countries that both have McDonald's are at a particular level of economic progress, so they won't go to war against each other. It's completely untrue. It is totally false. This is a false notion. You see, this is the problem. The West understands uniformity and unity only via making everybody identical. You have to be identical for you to come together.
And identical to them.
Exactly. And identical to who? You must be like us for us to accept you. This is a fundamental mistake. I think India has a much better idea. And you see, when the pushback against this kind of uniformity happens, in the great woke movement, that, we all have our identity. But there also, it's actually you're pushing a different kind of uniformity.
Exactly.
You may say that, okay, I have the liberty to choose my gender and choose my clothes and choose my whatever else. But here also there's uniformity. I have to believe exactly what you believe in order to be acceptable.
Exactly.
Otherwise, I'll get cancelled.
Yes, yes.
So can you see that no matter how much the West tries, they cannot understand genuine egalitarian pluralism because it's just not in their DNA in a sense.
In their worldview.
In their worldview, this thing doesn't exist. Whereas I feel Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Achintya Bhed Abhed is an incredible idea. Imagine, it's not even saying you're one with another human being. You're saying you're one with God and yet you are not God. Right? It is the most beautiful way of saying each of us have the divine element within us. And yet, of course, we are different. The way we look is different. The way we might think is different. What we eat is different. And yet, because we have that divine consciousness,
we are the same.
I have the greatest affection and respect for you as a human being because you have the same divine element as I do. And as she does and as he does and everybody else around us, right?
Yeah. So therefore we do not have to tolerate another person.
Exactly.
We can respect them and accept them as one of our own.
What you just said, of course, is what Vivekananda said, right? That this tolerance idea is a flawed idea.
Yeah.
You don't have to tolerate. What is this idea of toleration? Is that I really dislike you, but I
have to bear with you.
I have to bear with you. That's not the right idea. And think about it. This idea for us as Indians is not only to do with human beings. We say this is applicable to everything that's living, to the plants next to us, to the waters that flow in our rivers, to the trees that grow in us, to the animals around us, right?
Yes.
Because each of them have life.
Yes, they're sentient beings for us.
They're sentient beings for us. And therefore, I feel that even in my other work, Indian civilization is best placed because of embedded ideas like Achintya Bhed Abhed and others to build a post-anthropocentric worldview for the universe.